Hi friends, it's Laurie here from Lemon Yoga and welcome back to another video with me. Today I'm taking you through a calming and restorative yoga flow, perfect for this winter season. So give this video a quick thumbs up, hit subscribe to join the Lemon Yoga family, and then come and meet me on your mat in a child's pose. Extend those arms out in front of you, let the chest melt to the ground, let the hips gently open. And begin to soften the body with your breath. Taking big breaths in. And then as you breathe out, starting to walk the hands over to the right hand side. Place the left hand on top of the right and just gently press the left fingertips away. Breathing some space all the way through the left side of the body. Keep melting yourself to the ground and then walk to the other side, right hand on top. Let yourself melt. Breathe that space all the way through the right side of the body now. Big breaths in and out. Finding heaviness with every exhale. And then when you're ready, rise back through center, reach the left arm up high now, and then thread the left arm under the right. Walk the right hand away from you, look under that right arm. Lift your hips high to the sky, opening through the lumbar spine. Let the left shoulder melt to the ground and breathe. You could take that right arm up and then behind you to twist even further onto the left shoulder. Hold it there and breathe. And just stay with your breath, twisting and lifting further with each exhale. And then we can release right hand to the mat, press back through center, reach the right arm, eyes look up. Thread the right arm under the left, come on down. Side of the head melting to the mat, left arm walking away. Lift those hips high to the sky, extending and opening through the lumbar spine. Breathe deeply here. Big, beautiful breaths in and out, calming through the whole body. Just stay with it. Reach that left arm high. Wrap the left arm behind you now if you would like to twist even further. And then let yourself melt again. Focusing on the breath. Trying to let everything else go now. Release your left hand to the ground, unravel yourself, place the forearms to the mat, and then sink your hips to the ground, lifting the chest forwards as you find Sphinx pose. A gentle back bend, a gentle chest opener. Lift the heart space forwards. Breathe deeply. Big breaths in and out. Keep lifting through the chest, drawing the shoulders back and down. Exhale, release. Press to the mat. Press all the way into downward facing dog now, stretching through the back of the body, pedaling through the feet as you find some space in the back of the legs. Lift the tailbone high to the sky, drop through the crown of the head. Hold still for a few breaths. And just keep finding that length and space. And then we'll step the right foot through, left knee to the ground. Come into a twist with the left elbow connected to the right knee, right hand on top. Twist, look over your right shoulder, all the way behind you. Stay with the breath, open into the hips. And then we'll release, hands to the ground, shift the hips backwards, lengthen through the back of the right leg as you fold on down, just as far as you'd like to go. Fingertips connecting to the floor, or if you'd like an easier stretch, rest them on a block or even on a cushion, making the pose more restorative. It just depends what you want out of this pose this evening. Stay with the breath. Let yourself melt further and further. And then roll the body forwards to release. Walk those toes all the way over to the left-hand side and then melt your hips to the ground into a pigeon stretch. Lift the chest, take the arms really nice and wide here. We're going to roll the chest to the ground and then rise all the way back up again. And repeat, roll down to the ground, press to the fingertips as you rise. That's it. Again, roll the body down, press and rise. Rolling the body all the way down, press and rise. Lovely. From there, we're going to come all the way into our folded pigeon now. Let the whole torso melt to the ground. Try softening all the way through the spine here, right down into the sit bones. Let the lower body feel heavy. Let the whole body feel relaxed. Big breaths in and out as the body becomes heavier and heavier, letting go of anything that you've been holding onto in the hips. Keep breathing, soften through your shoulders, through your neck, through your face. Everything becomes heavy. And then we can slowly press, slowly rise on up, kick the left foot in and reach the left arm back to grab hold of the left foot. Square your hips and your chest towards the front of the mat and breathe. Lift through the heart space. Release your back foot, unravel yourself back into a downward facing dog, full body stretch, maybe bending into the knees and pressing the heels back to the ground. Stay with it. And then when you're ready, slide the knees to the ground, hips to the ground, bend through the elbows as you lift the chest forward for cobra. Release, chest to the ground. Inhale, lift and find your cobra again, and release. Inhale, lift, find cobra, and release. Tuck your toes. Press back into a downward facing dog, lifting the hips high, heels press low. Breathe, stretch, open, and we'll step that left foot through, right knee to the ground. Eyes looking forwards, and we'll find our twist. Right elbow connects to the left knee, hands into prayer, look over that left shoulder. Keep twisting further and further, melting into your hips. Big breaths in and out. Twisting and melting further. And release, hands to the ground, shift the hips, lift the toes high, and fold yourself down over the left leg. Take nice deep breaths in and out. Stay with it as you let the body melt further to the ground. And then we can begin to roll and release. Wiggle that left foot over to the right wrist until you can land the side of the leg and the hips down to the ground. Arms nice and wide. Roll the body to the ground. Rise back up. And again, roll through the spine and rise. Roll. and rise. One more time, we roll and we rise. And then from there, we can settle ourselves down into our sleeping pigeon, just letting the whole body melt to the ground. Try to really soften through the glutes here. That will help you to open into the front of the hips. And see how much you can let go through your lower back. Again, that will find more heaviness in the front of the hips. And then just breathe. Big breaths in and out, letting you melt further and further. Letting go of anything that you've been holding onto in the body now. Releasing it, leaving it here on your mat, no longer carrying it with you. And we'll slowly rise on up. Kick that right foot in, reach the right hand back, square your hips and your heart space to the front of the mat, and breathe. Stay with those deep belly breaths. And this time we'll release and we'll come straight round into Baddha Konasana. We slide the soles of the feet together, the knees fall wide, sit tall or take a gentle fold down towards the ground. Let the knees fall wherever they want to. Don't force anything here, just let the stretch happen. Focus on the breath, breathing space into the hips, into the inner thighs. Big breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. We could slowly rise back up. Draw those knees in. Lower yourself down to the ground and then draw the knees to chest when you're lying on your back. Give yourself a hug and gently rock the body from side to side. Feeling a really gentle massage through the back of the body here. Release, feet to the ground, arms into cactus, and then swing your knees from side to side in a really relaxed way. Let go of all control here. Just let the legs do their own thing. You'll be releasing into the hips and the inner thighs and also into your lower back. Stay with the breath as you gently release from side to side. And then let both knees fall to the left-hand side. Left hand to the top knee, look over your right shoulder. And just let yourself melt into this lovely supine twist. Breathing in and out. Letting yourself melt further. Twists are a great place to unwind and to relax. So breathe deeply here and just focus on letting go. We'll move the knees over to the right hand side now. Right hand to the top knee, the left arm reaching away. Look over your left shoulder and melt. The whole body melts to the ground. The eyes could close here to really help you unwind. Take deep breaths in and out, melting further and further. And then when you're ready, release back through center, draw your knees into chest, give yourself a great big hug, rock the body from side to side. And then we're going to take a lovely full body stretch. Make the body as long as you possibly can. Really finding that length from the fingertips to the toes. You can breathe in and out in your own time as you stretch. And then you could also begin to reach the right side longer than the left and then the left side longer than the right, and just keep alternating, stretching each side of the body out. And then when you're ready, draw the knees in, place your feet to the ground, let the knees fall towards each other. One hand onto the belly, the other onto the heart space, and the eyes closed. Melt the whole of your spine from the top of the head right down to the tailbone to the ground. Melt really slowly and let the back feel really heavy and connected here. Let your face relax, any expression melts away. And notice the breath moving beneath your hands. You're taking big breaths in and out, letting the body become heavier on every exhale. Let the whole body feel calm and relaxed. You can stay here in Shavasana for as long as you need, pressing pause on the video now. I want to take a moment to say thank you so much for joining me for today's calming and restorative yoga flow. I really hope you enjoyed this unwinding yoga practice. If you did, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. And of course, hit subscribe to join the Lemon Yoga family. When you're ready to come out of the pose, I suggest rolling onto your side before pressing back to seated, reaching the arms high and drawing those hands to your heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you soon for the next one. Take care. Bye, guys.